Yeah, like I do want to highlight some slides. This response with CNN said the U.S. Secret Service pushed back Thursday against recent criticism for right-wing media personalities and lawmakers blaming female agents for security failures during the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. In the wake of the Saturday shooting, some right-wing media figures focused their attention on the female agents on the stage with Trump, claiming they couldn't properly protect someone bigger and taller than themselves or that they didn't act in a professional manner. Edited videos that have garnered millions of views on social media as supposed evidence of female incompetence showed a female Secret Service agent seemingly struggling to holster her gun amid the chaotic scene as a group of agents escorted Trump to his motorcade. Law enforcement professionals, including a former Secret Service deputy director, have strenuously pushed back on the narrative that has been promoted on Fox News and by the billionaire ex owner Elon Musk, who has pledged his support for Donald Trump. In a statement Thursday to CNN, the Secret Service agent blasted misogynist claims that the female agents were incapable of protecting Trump. It is an insult to the women of our agency to imply that they are unqualified based on gender. Such baseless assertions undermine the professionalism, dedication, and expertise of our workforce. Secret Service spokesman Anthony G. said in a statement, our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion ensures that we attract the best talent, fostering a robust and effective team that reflects the society. We can't even see that, but figures on the right, including some members of Congress, have also baselessly claimed that Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatham was only appointed to the role because of diversity initiatives. She is the second female Secret Service Director in agency history. We stand united against any attempt to discredit our personnel and their invaluable contributions to our mission, and are appalled by the disparaging and disgusting comments against any of our personnel. G.
Okay, respectfully, these women did not represent properly as Secret Service agents, and especially not as a director of the Secret Service. They did show themselves to be extremely unprofessional. And so any pushback that they're getting, they deserve. He got shot. He didn't get killed, thankfully, but he got shot. Any excuse that you're giving, any lack of accountability, it's lack of accountability straight across. It don't matter if you're a man, woman, dog, or cat. He got shot. You ducked. You did not jump. You did not look around to see what was going on. Y'all were slow to respond. And then you want to, no, it has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman, but the fact that you are a woman and fell short, and you know that as a woman in those positions, you have to work 10 times harder because it's not even in your nature as a woman to present that way. It is what it is. We failed as women. If I'm a woman, so if I'm gonna say, like, as far as women are concerned, we failed in that role. Point blank.
Also, what are you responding to Twitter trolls for?
The thing.
What are they responding to? You're the Secret Service. You have a job. You go out there. You address everything as far as publicly, as far as the instance. You don't need to be out there responding to Twitter trolls.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
It's not even enough for conversation. But see, this is the thing.
She missed the part.
They have to. They have to say that. They have to say that. You know, Secret Service. They have to put out that statement to, you know, because it's in-house. What happens in-house stays in-house. Meanwhile, all the guys, they're sitting around the water cooler, you know, drinking coffee like, man, this goddamn DEI, man. I'm telling you, you seen her out there, you know, they're talking smack. They're like, yo, this is pissing me off. You know, a lot of people in those arenas, the company is going to push back against it. But the people that are actually working with these people and notice the deficiencies and notice that, okay, she's a little sweaty when shit get popping off. Or, you know, our last mission where somebody threatened to shoot, you know, she was looking a little nervous in the face. Like, you seen it, she couldn't even put her holster back in. She tried to put her gun back in the holster like 4 times. You nervous, you know? Everybody experienced that. When I was growing up, you know, I grew up in the Bronx. When I first experienced bullets, live rounds being shot at each other, I was like that. I was like, yo, well, what is that? You know, like I was like her, I was nervous, but after you get some action, you know, your experience gets better. But in that predicament, there are certain jobs we can't tolerate that, and that's one of them. You know.
Yeah, the thing with the Secret Service, if typically men are high responders. That's why you see most men in fields such as law enforcement, military, and then of course the Secret Service, where you're literally there to put your life on the line. So if you're not a high responder and you signing up for the Secret Service, in most cases you won't make it. But due to the fact that this woman presumably had the option to join, and it was like, oh, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those deals. She liked the idea of the job, but didn't truly understand what comes with it, because reholstering your weapon, that should be instinctive. That's something that you're supposed to be trained to do in your free time at home. And dry firing, like these are basic essential things that you have to use, where it just happens secondhand. So the fact that she was fumbling with that shows that she's nowhere near trained. She had no business being out there. And the other part of it as well, going back to the director, is the fact that there's information coming out saying that they were undermanned to where they couldn't have more than enough people there in order to protect them. So there's a lot of things that's definitely going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And the fact that they did have those three women, and it was weird because all three women were standing right next to each other and they all looked confused as to what they was doing, like this was their first time on the job. So I do think that there are some badass women that get down, that kick ass. They know how to shoot, they know how to train, they know how to carry themselves. But that's a very special type of woman that would need to be in that position. And just physically looking at her, she definitely didn't
it's
fit
not
here.
That's why I'm like, this whole thing is it's so crazy to me. The fact that they even made that statement, like, yeah, there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes that we're unaware of, but there's not enough going on behind the scenes for America to be making statements about such lowbrow shit. Because the fact remains, like, why are you addressing certain things? Like, it's evident. Like, you guys are just trying to now protect your people from themselves, and it's making us look even worse as a country. Like, there's no reason. People in law enforcement have to, at least I know with the correction officers, I know they have to go to the range I think it's like once a month or once every few months to touch up on their shooting skills. They have to requalify. They have to do certain things. You would think that a person you going into the military, you have to go in and get tested. You do your training and do your physical tests and all that at some point throughout the year. Why isn't that a thing in the Secret Services? How do you have a director of secret? Your director is overweight and obviously overweight and not in shape, not able to holster the gun. Like, it's a joke. It's a freaking joke.
And I liken this.
Is this before or after the shooting?
That was afterwards. That was after.
Okay, now that makes sense.
It was after.
Yeah, and this, I liken this to, y'all remember when Donald Trump was tweeting all the time and everybody kept telling him, bro, put your phone down? I look at that official statement the same way. Like, nobody's trying to hear how you feel about internet trolls. Tell us what went wrong, what happened, and how you gonna fix it. Exactly. Or that you're gonna fix it next time. We're gonna make sure that we do some things. There's some mistakes that have been made, and tell us about that. Nobody wants to hear y'all address how people feel about one of your employees. The internet is gonna internet. People are gonna troll, people are gonna say ignorant stuff. That's not your job as the Secret Service to come out and address that. You gonna hire who you gonna hire. We don't need to hear how y'all feel about what internet trolls got to say.
She probably took that job thinking nothing was ever really going to happen, and then when it did, she confused and was like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I'm cut out for this," and did it right in front of the world for the world to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people that fold up under pressure, yeah, especially if you have no experience with it. You have all the training in the world, but when it comes to that job, that's one job you can't really play around with because it's being filmed. You definitely gonna get exposed, and definitely gonna look at they're gonna investigate to see who did what. I mean, typically think about the jobs, even when you fail on the jobs. When somebody gets hurt, they're looking at every single thing. And that one person that was sneaking around doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, they're gonna get his ass too. Just for the fact he had nothing to do with the incident, but they saw his ass was asleep on that damn camera. And unfortunately it happened simultaneously. So he got in trouble as well. I don't think I heard nothing from you, Hank. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, my only thought, I think Chanel said is it wasn't real. Even if it wasn't real, she failed in practice. She couldn't even pass the test in practice. So everything about that situation is all bad. I nothing against you ladies, but I wouldn't want you to be a firefighter, come try to drag my big ass out of goddamn house. I wouldn't want you to come try to stop a burglar or a domestic dispute. Ain't nothing y'all can do for me. I might as well just do it my goddamn self. Because it's what are you gonna do? Nothing against you ladies, and I'm sure y'all are able to do a lot of things, but safety is not one of those things I would want you to do. That's my opinion on it.
I mean, I'm a woman, and I can respectfully receive that. It is what it is. We all have our strengths.
I agree.
Well, at least we know y'all wouldn't sign up for the job, so I guess that's okay.
Sure wouldn't. And it's like a lot of
us to do it.
And this is not to say, because men do fuck up on the job too. We've seen countless police officers fuck up on the job. My main concern again is y'all more concerned with addressing the internet than the fact that the president got shot. Or a presidential elect candidate got shot. That's what your focus should be on. Just like if anybody was messing up in the police force, we'd be talking about that. Not, oh man, the internet told us that he shouldn't be in the job and we need to talk about. No, talk about what actually went down. Nobody cares about what y'all think about internet, about what the public is saying. And the fact that you made an entire statement based on that and not talk to us about what happened there when the president got shot. Talk to us about that.
And how can you avoid it?
Why was his head wide open? Why? How did you know there wasn't a second or third shooter? You know what I mean? Because that would have been an easy brain pop. Yo, why he putting his fist up, man? Somebody could have been somewhere like, oh, his brain is open.
Yeah, so from a training perspective, and I can only assume I of course am not in the Secret Service, but from the training that I have had in security, I can only assume that they got the thumbs up. Okay, well, suspect is down, and once they heard that, and they knew that okay, we can move them, they assumed that there were no other subjects that were hostile. So I think again in that moment, and I said this on the other panel, I think in that moment, Donald knew that he can utilize this to his advantage. And okay, let me get my shoes because this is the type of man that he is. I'm not finna be looked at as some man that got shot at and I ran off the stage and left my shoes. Hold on, let me get my shoes. Hold on, let me do this. Let me rally. Let me take advantage of it. So I think that in that moment, the Secret Service that was piled on top of them, they were speaking and was like, okay, all right, he's clear. Suspects down. Let's get him moved. Let's get him moved. Trump heard that and was like, all right, let me get my shoes, let me kind of get myself back together and then move on, and I'm gonna take advantage of it in that moment.
Making my Steve Maddens.
The fact that if Donald Trump said, "Wait, let me get my shoe," that's what you and I that and the thing is, if we was all a part of the Secret Service, right? Me, Jr., Biz, we'd have yanked Donald Trump up out of there, but ain't no way we wouldn't have talked about him in the lunchroom. Y'all heard what this idiot said while he was getting shot at, talking about, "Wait, let me get my shoes."
I mean, he's never been in a situation like that. So you gotta remember, this is a man that has been in a position of power for quite some time. I'm sure that he's had security throughout his lifetime. Maybe not on the scale that the Secret Service is, but I'm quite sure that he's never been in a situation where he's been shot at.
That ain't gonna stop us from cracking jokes. We gonna still crack.
I'm all with the cracking jokes. Hell yeah,
we gonna Joan his ass highway. We gonna be in the lunchroom joning this shit out of that nigga was trying to get his Louis Vuittons off the ground while getting shot at, man. We out here.
I mean, if you ask me, that sounds like somebody that's not really bothered by the fact that he was being shot at. That's why he like, let me get my shoes. They done shooting now. Might as well get my damn shoes.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, and to Hank's point, I'm a woman. I'm glad. I don't want to protect. No, I would never act like that. You know what I mean? I'm here to be nobody's firefighter, CIA agent, Secret Service agent. I know how to bust my gun and protect my household and protect my man. That's all I need to do. And a lot of people, I think that's a problem. Like people are walking around and again, I said this already, and it just came back to me that I said this already. Know yourself. Know what you're capable of. Stop applying for positions and roles, whether it be professionally or personally, that you know you don't qualify for. You know you're not cut out for. That's why we're in the position we are in now as a country. People that are incapable of doing certain things are trying to forge and fake the fact that they're capable of doing things. And we're looking crazy out here. Okay? Crazy. It's nuts.
I mean, well, to be fair to her, she has been in the Secret Service for 25 years. So, you know what I mean? She might have been in shape about 20 years ago. And, you know, y'all know how it is. Shit, once motherfucker get in position, they supposed to have a desk job. They start getting fat. And her ass just so happened to be out there in the fray of things. Like, but she has been a part of the Secret Service for 25 years. And, you know, I would assume that comes with military background. Like,
somebody probably called out.
No, it don't.
You can't let yourself go in that role.
No, I've seen you can go on Indeed and they had applications to become a Secret Service agent.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Nah, man, you can't just walk on Indeed and just walk into what the fuck is wrong with these people?
I was on there looking. So just because she's been in the agency for 25 years, that doesn't mean that she was detailing a high profile person. She was probably on detail for some local judge or for, you know, some legislator in Maine or some shit like that that's not going to see that's going to not be in a real life situation where things are going to be getting hectic. It's just an easy ass job. She put on a badge and firearm.
Wow.
You know,
I didn't know that, Viz. I didn't know you could just go on Indeed and just get your Secret Service. Like because I'm gonna be real with y'all. Because the way that TV make it seem, all the Secret Service agents be having military backgrounds. They go up through the ranks and stuff like that. I didn't know that you can go on Indeed and be like, yeah, I think I want to be a Secret Service agent today. Like, what? What the fuck is that? Do you wonder how the president got shot?
Now again, it depends on what level it is that you're coming in on. So they're not just going to let some random person come in as a sniper in the agency. They're not going to let just some random Joe Blow. Well, they used to not let some random Joe Blow defend and be detailed to the president. But of course, with the change of times where they have to appeal to everybody, we got to have women on board. We got to have trans people on board. It's just one of those things where, all right, we're just doing this so that we can appeal to people and not get and not catch any backlash.